Hello friends, it's Dave here from SaveDex, here to bring you another review. This time I am taking a look at Total Arcade Racing, a game that I noticed on the eShop, and it reminded me of a game I had on WiiWare called Driftmania. I contacted the developer and they very kindly provided me with a review copy, so thank you very much for that. Before we get started, please consider subscribing to our channel if you want to see more from us in the future. So, what is Total Arcade Racing? It is a top-down racing game, and it's a decent one for pick-up and play action. It reminded me of Driftmania due to the top-down view and single-screen tracks, but in Driftmania you are always drifting. In this game it controls a lot more straightforward. You hold A to accelerate, B to brake and reverse, and X to use a boost. You simply press left or right to steer, but it is always from the car's point of view, which felt natural to me. I played this game with the Pro controller and using the D-pad it felt comfortable, but when playing multiplayer with Sophie, she had to use a single Joy-Con. There was no option for her to use two Joy-Cons as one controller, which was a shame. The single Joy-Con use meant this game is available for up to 8 players locally, which is cool, but the option to hold two Joy-Cons in the grip as a controller would have been more comfortable. But what of the gameplay itself? There are 13 tracks available in this game, each of them fitting in a single screen, and there is some nice variety in their layouts. The first one is a simple rectangle, which is fine for learning how the game works, and sometimes in racing games the simplest tracks can be the best, especially for time trial. But as you progress you unlock more detailed and complicated tracks with hazards, ramps, and moments where the track will cross over itself. Luckily there are helpful arrows guiding you. As you race you'll periodically receive a boost, pretty self-explanatory, and I found this added a bit of strategy in deciding where best to use it, as it can be a detriment if utilised in an awkward place. There are several game modes available. Time trial is presented as the first mode, where you can earn up to 3 stars per track based on target times they set you. I always like it when time trials offer rewards like this, as it motivates me to get better. These stars can be used to unlock new cars. Championship mode is your standard Grand Prix and custom races as you'd expect, but let's take a look at the more interesting modes. Survivor. Here you are in a wide arena, red cars enter and try to ram into you. One hit and it's all over. You simply have to last as long as you can. I really like this one as I could keep looping around to try and get the red cars to crash into each other. Good fun. Elimination. This is a race, but when a lap is completed, whoever is in last place is eliminated. I've seen this mode in the Sonic racing games and I always thought it was a good idea. I also like that the wreckage of the eliminated car stays on the track, creating an obstacle for the others. Endless. This is a single player affair where you have to drive as far as you can in a time limit. There will be cars to avoid, towns to drive through, and multiple routes to choose from. You gain extra time from hitting checkpoints, and it gives me that feeling of games like Rad Racer, whose timer works that way as well. Demolition Derby. This is a fun one. Back to that arena and you get to ram into each other to drain their health bars, displayed very small at the back of your car, until only one remains. You get health power-ups dropping periodically too. Simple to understand, it's manic fun. Car hockey. This was the one I was most interested in. It's essentially air hockey but with cars. Being a huge fan of Rocket League, which has an ice hockey mode as well, and also enjoying the top-down football mode in Night Squad 2, I was excited to try this one. And it was pretty good, but a bit slow I found. You can play with up to 8 players on this one, but there was no option for the AI. I imagine this would be good manic fun with 8 people though. And finally, delivery. A package will randomly drop on the arena somewhere, as well as a destination. Be the first to grab the package and deliver it. Like with car hockey, this can be played with 8 players, but no AI is available. Stealing the parcel off each other is done by simply driving into it, which is a lot of fun, but having just 2 people hurt it a bit. With 8 cars ramming each other around this would have been a lot better. So those were all the game modes and I really enjoyed the majority of them. It controls really well. The difficulty of the AI in Grand Prix can be a bit punishing. You can't make too many mistakes if you want to succeed, but that's how I like it. That's how you improve. I really like the visual style of this game. It's simple but effective. It's bright and colourful and everything is easy to see, and finding your way around the track is no problem at all. I really like the tyre marks that get left on the road as well. It's a nice little detail. The music is pretty good too. They are short music tracks, but they don't loop, so I was constantly hearing the song change halfway through a race, which I found a bit distracting. Unfortunately, I won't be able to play you any of the music, as I discovered the music in this game sparks copyright claims on YouTube, so I do apologise for that. The multiplayer is local only, with up to 8 players on a single Joy-Con each. There is some online functionality though with leaderboards, and the advantage of getting an early review copy of this game is there's not many others who have played it, so getting to the top of the leaderboards was doable for me. The game costs £9.99, €9.99, $9.99, but there is a discount for £6.99 up until launch, and I think it is well worth that discounted price. The regular price isn't bad either. You are getting plenty of content here with all the game modes I mentioned earlier, and it's a fun local multiplayer, and there are online leaderboards to encourage replayability. If you have any interest in this game, I would say go for it at the discount price, you will not be disappointed. Overall, Total Arcade Racing is a simple to pick up and play racing game, and it was a fun one at that. And although it is simple to pick up, it isn't simple to win. Practice is needed in the Grand Prix mode, and as a fun little multiplayer title, there's plenty of variety in the game modes to keep things fresh. I really enjoyed my time with this game. But enough about me, what about you? Let me know in those comments down below what you think of this game, whether it's the type of game you'd be interested in picking up, and while you're down there, there's an interesting looking thumbs up icon I believe, looks very clickable, and that subscribe button even more so. So thank you very much for watching, see you in the next one.